We do have international thugs and syndicates who run to South Africa. The most well-known recent one being Fulgence Kayishema from Rwanda. I'm sure you heard how the United Nations celebrated when he was arrested here in South Africa. You can't pass a law that says he can't be refouled. So for that reason, the United Nations provided for these exemptions, but we never took them. So Article 33 of the United Nations Convention, which says you can't refoul, they say so in subsection 1 of that article. But in subsection 2, they clearly define the exceptions under which you can refoul. They clearly state that in the second part of the article, which is subsection 2. But what happened in South Africa? When we domesticated that United Nations Convention into the Refugee Act in 1998, we domesticated the first part, 33.1, which you say we can't refoul, and completely ignored the second part, which says there are exceptions under which you can refoul. So it's not United Nations, it's us. And we are resetting and trying to correct. And I don't understand why that causes conflict with the United Nations, because they provided for it. They said make use of these apparatus, and we never did. And we are in trouble today because we never did so. If you look at Section 2 of the Immigration Act, it's clear that it just took Article 33 of the United Nations. It just took it and put it into South African Parliament and ignored the second part, which allows you a leeway when you are faced with problem. What does Section 2 of the Refugee Act says in South Africa? Among others, it says no one may be refused entry into the Republic. Tell me any country that is acting like that, and tell me that the United Nations passed a convention with a belief that no one can be refused entry into any in any country in the world. It doesn't happen that way. And in South Africa, we put it in the Act, and we say it was wrong.